Hi, how's it going? And the Gamingfan. And this is my new channel. I am the VTuber. But not just any VTuber. I am the first ever radical VTuber. What does that even mean? Well, for the most part, I don't have any money. I'm broke, so I'm not like other VTubers that have fancy cameras, computers, where I could do amazing things and track my face and body and hands for my VTuber body, my 2D, 3D-ish body. No, I am on a budget, so for now it's gonna be a very low-scale, shady, ghetto way of doing things. And for the most part, it's just me talking about interesting stuff and it's trying to entertain people for the most part. And what I mean when I say radical VTuber, well, unlike other VTubers who are just for pure entertainment, which I have nothing against, but I want to explore more serious topics. So I want to say straight up out of the way what is my overall philosophy. So it's hard to say to in a simple statements, right? Because my overall philosophy is I gotta put down in some categories. One, what is my meta philosophy? If you don't know what that means, what is the philosophy of philosophy? So what is my meta philosophy, my metaphysics, my meta ontology? Yes, there is a thing. I'm not making that up. I am a Wittgensteinian pragmatist, which basically combine neo-pragmatism and Wittgensteinian philosophy, even though he himself was a pragmatist, especially during the final years of his life when he wrote Uncertainty, where I combine elements of postmodernism, post-structuralism, and pragmatism, Wittgenstein's philosophy, put it together to make this philosophy. I think the only philosopher I can think of who could be close to that would be Hilary Pullman and Carl Nielsen. What is my metaphysics and ontology? And also the philosophy of mind, the conscious. I am a physicalist, which is a subset of ontological naturalism. When it comes to physicalism, there are many different types of physicalism, and all the evidence points at the moment to reductive physicalism, but there are many different schools of thought within reductive physicalism. But the consensus right now is functionalism and computational theory of the mind, also known as computationalism. And also, what is my approach to knowledge? I am an empiricist. Everything I see almost purely on a posteriori and abductive reasoning, everything through experience. Everything goes through experience. That go cognitive, non-cognitive knowledge, and language. Everything is go through experience. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, it's my approach to ethics or like normative ethics, meta ethics, stuff like that. I'm a consequentialist. Everything has a consequence. It's some form of risk management. And also, if you want to understand a little bit more about that, there are made videos and articles online for free that you can read that goes into more detail of these types of stuff. And what else is there? I said like what about the philosophy of life? Does life have any meaning? Do we have an essence? Should we kill ourselves? If there is an afterlife, should we kill ourselves? When it comes to questions like that, I'm a nihilist. I do not believe that life doesn't have any inherent meaning. No, we do not have an essence. But when it comes to suicide, I say no. I think suicide is pretty much a philosophical cowardice. That's why my version of nihilism basically a mix of Nietzsche, Albert Camus, postmodern nihilism, and Philomander. Although I do not agree overall, his statement of non-existence is preferable to existence, but I can kind of understand where he's going with. Next, when it comes to the philosophy of science, I am a scientific realist, and to a somewhat extent naive realist, but that's more of the philosophy of perception. I do not read a lot about that, sadly, so I do not make a strong statement. When it comes to philosophy of mathematics, I am a mathematical nominalist, where basically numbers is just a language we make shit up. It's number free. Freeness does not exist out there outside our mind. No, that Plato conception of math and Pythagoras. No, that's false. Este, the philosophy of history and historiography. I am pretty much an amateur historian at this point, and it's a my philosophy of history is it's a mix of the postmodern post-structuralist approach mixed that with historical materialism, but not to the strict sense of the Marxists, but more of the Bookchin approach, his approach to dialectical naturalism, and the ideas of the archaeology method of Michel Foucault, and the anthropology approach of David Graeber, and yeah, pretty much that. And also like philosophical theology, I am an atheist. Yeah, I do not mean in the internet sense, the lack of a belief, or when they're trying to say atheist but they're actually agnostic. No, I am an atheist that God does not exist. It is metaphysically, logically impossible. And political speaking, the political philosophy, I am an anarchist communist with the influence of egoism of Max Stirner, and also the philosophy of Bookchin, especially his later ideas of communalism and libertarian municipalism, and to a lesser extent post-leftism and post-left anarchy, although that's just right. People on the right pretending to be anarchists for the most part, and they're basically uh, eco-fascists in the closet, but beside those bad parts, it's like to some extent I do subscribe to some elements if we remove all the bad stuff in it, which is 99% of them. But yeah, that will be my overall philosophy for now. You will expect videos in the future talking about this.